So what worries us about digital transformation and IT modernization projects? So the biggest worry, and let me back up and say that not much worries us really, but what do we look out for, right? Let me rephrase it that way. What we look out for is a lack of commitment to the process, right? You can have one manager or one director within the organization gung-ho about IT modernization and transformation, but it hasn't, that level of enthusiasm hasn't reached either the end users, or worse, it hasn't come from the top levels of management, be it your mayor, your city manager, the executive director, CEO. If they don't buy into this process, this isn't going to work. It might work for your one department and one or two processes, but it's not going to work organization wide. So we tend to look out for those sort of red flags when it comes to buy-in and adoption of the strategic approach to IT modernization. Typically, these projects start in the top executive's office and are flow downwards, right? The mayor's office comes up with this idea, sanctions the project, and then tells or gets buy-in from his or her directors on how this should flow. What worries us also is the lack of change management. You can always say that, hey, we want to modernize, we want to take this organization forward rapidly. We have the money, we have the political willpower, but the end users are not aware of what's going on. So that can be a stumbling block, but we have methods and technologies and tools that we can use to mitigate those change management issues. But really, that hinders the process, that hinders the project, and doesn't get you the results that you're looking for. The other thing we look for is candor, right? Candor in a project like this, open communications, radical candor in some cases from all levels is critical in making these projects work efficiently and get you the results that you need. Lack of candor, people hiding things, people sugarcoating things about decisions that were made many years ago. By the way, if a decision was made many 20, 30 years ago, there was probably good reason for it to be that way. But now in 2022 and beyond, we have to rethink how we do business and why we're doing things a certain way. So lack of candor, sugarcoating things, not being truthful and upfront and forthcoming with information is something that can really hamper the project, because our recommendations and our processes and our roadmaps for transformation really rely on information that we gather from the client's team. We have a lot of methods to gather information on the infrastructure automatically. We use PDQ scans, Nessus, all kinds of great tools that give us the information on your nuts and bolts and your blinky lights. But the stories behind your infrastructure, the stories behind why a certain product was used, a story behind why the organization's set up in a certain way, why someone's in charge, all of those things are important and critical in terms of setting the stage and the tone for IT modernization. So when we don't have candor, when we don't have open communication, that just leads us to make assumptions, work off of bad information and data, and what you get in the end is not useful. So what we always recommend is if not anything else, we really need open communications and candor from everyone in the organization. And when that happens, these projects go swimmingly well and produce a lot of great results.